the real effects of relationships and alliances. Remove the other candidates and say head-to-head, Asiedu Nketiah and Haruna Iddrisu.
Okay.
This is among delegates.
Right.
Asiedu Nketiah gets 42%. Haruna gets 22%. But around 36% said they are undecided. 36%. So if you look at it in the likely scenario, it's easier for Asiedu Nketiah to cross 50% and win. But let's decompose this deal. Let's break down this number into alliances. That's where the candidates need to be very, very careful in their utterances and the way they deal with their colleagues.
If you're going to disaggregate it.
Absolutely. Among people who are voting for Asiedu Nketiah, that giving 42%, include 41% of Jenana supporters.
Okay.
So for him to lead Haruna by 42, he has to rely on 42% support from Jenana supporters.
Interesting.
And Haruna gets 29% of Jenana supporters.
Okay.
So if you are Haruna Iddrisu or Asiedu Nketiah, how you treat Jenana is absolutely important. And that is why Haruna Iddrisu, has been very friendly, very cozy with the vice president. Or he could win as supporters along the line. If you come to Atuforsen, a third of Atuforsen's guys are voting for Asiedu Nketiah. Another third, 34, voting for Haruna Iddrisu. Slight majority of Atu guys are voting for Haruna Iddrisu. So if you are Haruna Iddrisu and Atuforsen, you shouldn't be fighting. From the data, you should not be fighting. Because if, and the word is if, you will need somebody's backing. And that backing could be very crucial to your survival. Julius Debra, 41% of his people are voting for Asiedu Nketiah. And 28 are voting for Haruna Iddrisu. So again, you must be careful how you deal with Julius Debra. Especially if you are getting a chunk of your support, and you say something that angers his people and they abandon you, you'll be naked.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at, in the context of Haruna Iddrisu, if it's Atuforsen against Asiedu Nketiah, and Haruna Iddrisu is not contesting, right? Atuforsen is 32%. Asiedu Nketiah, 37%. So 5 points advantage. Note this difference. 5-point advantage.
Amongst delegates?
Among delegates, yes. And 31% of them said they are undecided. So these undecided guys would play a big role in deciding who leads and continue to lead. And then also your alliances with the other people's supporters are also crucial. Now, let's see the breakup of these numbers. In the case of Asiedu Nketiah, again, how are the Jenana guys behaving? 36% of Jenana supporters are doing Asiedu Nketiah. 36. 38 are doing Atuforsen. And 27 are undecided. So you must be very careful the way you handle yourself when it comes to Jenana people. If you are Atuforsen or Asiedu Nketiah, don't anger them. When you come to Julius Debra people, 25% of them are voting for Atuforsen, Asiedu Nketiah, but 58% are doing Atuforsen, and 17% are undecided. So look at Julius Debra and handle him very carefully. Don't antagonize his followers. And this is a big thing. Haruna Iddrisu. Of the 5 points lead Asiedu Nketiah has today among delegates, he is being supported by 29% of Haruna Iddrisu supporters.
Whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. That's how much contribution
Haruna delegates are making to his 5 points lead over Atuforsen.
But now they are fighting.
Oh, you are. And that is what I think you should be very, very careful and let the data guide you. Avoid unnecessary. So, mathematically, if you remodel and take away a small fraction of Haruna supporters from the support he's getting, he could be in trouble.
Yeah.
And not only that, over 23% of Haruna people are undecided. So not only they don't support, they are sitting on the fence. Where do you think they will push to?
It's not difficult to guess.
It's not difficult to guess.
Difficult to guess at
so
all.
The data must drive everything. Must drive your strategy. Must drive your communication.
Yeah.
Who are my allies Who are my potential allies? How do I run my activity to make sure that I don't antagonize anybody?
Yeah.
When you do that, people will form a gang against you. And let me tell you what, and the evidence I showed you was there. In the runoff, or in the second round, from the top of mine in the second round,
Yes.
or the second poll, Nketiah went up by only 1%.
Okay. Yes, from 28 to 29.
Yes. Everybody else went up by 3 or what, or 7. That should tell you that it appears this guy may be on his own. So I have to be very careful. He shouldn't be on his own. For him to win, look, nobody among the top NDC frontrunners can win on his own.
Without alliance from
Nobody. Today, you see, NDC is made up of 4 blocks. The Elve, the Volta OT block, the Northern block, the Akan block, and the Gan Adangwe block.
Okay.
That's why they say they will merge, because people will build consensus and they will back somebody to emerge.
Right.
They don't fight, because no, Akan alone cannot bulldoze their way to lead NDC. And nor the Northern blocks, nor the Volta, nor the Gan Adangwe. So you need alliances. If you can't form alliances,
you're in trouble.
You are in trouble in NDC.
You can't do it alone.
You can't do it alone because of the structure of their.
Yeah, it's a Congress.
It's a Congress.
It's a Congress. Yes.
If you look at the MPP,
for a couple kind of thing.
Look at the MPP. Look, they can present Akan 80 times. There won't be a problem.
Yeah. Because that's their base.
That's their base.
And it's a strong base.
NDC is a Congress.
Yeah.
So you can't let one
bits and pieces of everywhere coming together. Yeah.
That's why they're saying that you would emerge through a natural process.
Yes.
That NDC is known for. And that process is linked not to the physical process, but the way they are kind of made up.
You mean the constitution, the ethnic constitution of the party?
Of the party.
Right.
It's what will make you emerge, because they will agree, look, we can't on our own push our agenda. We need to talk, we need to consolidate, we need to really engage, we need to get alliances. And the alliances, or the one with more alliances, the one that would emerge in the end.
I have 2 questions for you, but before he comes in with the 2 questions, and I'll bring you to Dr. Joshua Zato before you. But my 2 questions for you. First of all, we need to understand, or we need to know how many people you polled, how many people you spoke to. That's 1. 2. In asking them, for instance, who they thought would be the right person to lead the party, what were some of the things that they told you were the reasons they are? I mean, so what would be their basis for deciding that must be X or Y or Z? So don't worry, hold on with that. I want to bring in Dr. You know, I've been interacting with you the last 40 minutes. Let me bring in Dr. Zato, and then you would answer. The good thing though is that today we have extra time. There's a mini AU conference which will come up sometime, I think, close to 11 o'clock or so. So we have some more time. Management says we can continue, so we'll have more time to deal with this issue and get to the bottom of it. 10:30. Okay, thank you. Now, discover MNC Group Global. It's your #1 partner in minerals and food commodity, trading, real estate development, general logistics, procurement, management consultancy, investment advisory, import and export. They have headquarters in East Legon. They also have, of course, East Legon, Accra, Ghana. They also have offices in Dubai, Hong Kong, Guangzhou in China as well, Johannesburg in South Africa, Virginia, USA, Arizona in Italy, and also Hanover in Germany. We connect markets that drive business growth with tailor-made solutions that will meet your needs. So trust us to maximize your value in every deal. Reach us on MNC Group at mncgroupgh.com or simply call 0302 998 246 or 026-5505-337 or 056-103-2252. MNC Group, totally reliant. Let me read a few messages before you come in. Dr. Zato, let me do this. So this one is from Kojo Chumbafu. Kojo Chumbafu is watching the show and he says, good morning, Moro. Can you ask Mr. Dankwah how he can purport to be polling the NDC accurately when the delegates who would vote in our presidential primaries haven't been selected or elected yet? So who exactly is he polling? Unlike Zato's party, we bath from the top of our head and not from the bottom of our feet. In your industry, there is a maxim, GIGO. Of course, that's garbage in, garbage out. with all due respect, I can master, you cannot be accurately predicting the outcome of NDC primaries if the delegates are not in place yet. It doesn't matter the stochastics, or I think it's the statistics, that you purport to use, unless you're trying to prejudice a future outcome. As for that, all I can say to him is good morning. Doesn't he have a class to teach this morning? He wants to know. Now, Mussa Dankwah, in fact, it was a question I asked here. And Mussa Dankwah tells me that he believes that this outcomes won't change much because the delegates now, as we speak, won't change much. The change won't be that tragic. It won't be that drastic. That's the word I should be using. There'll be some 20% change, but most of the people retain their positions or they retain their offices, and that's where that's the hypothesis that went into doing.
But beside that,
into this,
we're not doing predictions.
Yes,
we are polling.
You're polling. Yes, there's a difference.
When there are new album,
yes,
we'll poll again.
Yes.
So I expect you
and then we'll give you the chance for you to tell.
You see differences.
To see the difference. Yeah, but it's a good question he's asking.
No, but because it's not prediction. No. I think we should get things correct.
Right. But today's Herald, this is how today's Herald reports it. It says Asiedu Nketiah takes credit for NDC 2024 victory with Haruna Muntaka ouster, gets punched. The custodian says that Asiedu Nketiah opens NDC Pandora's box, how General Mosquito sacked Haruna Muntaka as leaders in parliament. Now, we're told that tensions appear to be simmering within the governing NDC as to leading figures believed to have ambitions for the party's 2028 presidential flag bearer race.
People who are supposed to know don't know.
Yes.
Opinion polling is not predictions. We're not electing somebody today. It is somewhere in the future. So we are giving you a snapshot today.
I agree.
If there's a new delegate who come in December,
no, I agree. But what he's saying is that today, the delegates say they want something. Tomorrow, if the delegates list change,
yes,
it means that possibly a new outcome will also be recorded. I think that's where
outcomes are relatives.
Yeah.
Relative.
Yes.
You can be leading by 2% in this album.
Yes.
And be leading by 10% in the new album.
Right. I agree with you.
It's an outcome.
I agree with you. So, Alfred Kojo Trado says, good morning, Moro, and to your cherished viewers. As far as I'm concerned, there are no internal wranglings within my beloved NDC party. I'm urging all appointees to support President Mahama fully so he can deliver on his campaign promise. That's the best way to pave a smooth path for anyone who wants to contest the flag bearer race in the party. And I will definitely win the next presidential and parliamentary elections in the mighty name of Jesus. That's from Alfred Kojo Trados. Now, there are several other messages. I'll read them. I'll read those messages shortly. Don't worry at all. Dr. Zato.
Thank you.
Kojo wants to know why aren't you teaching this morning?
Good morning, Kojo. We are on vacation.
Okay.
The question is why am I not grading papers? my office is full of papers to grade. But yes, I teach because our MA Public Affairs program is online only in the evening. So in the evening, I have an online class. And if you see that by 7:45, I'm still on air here, they can call the Vice Chancellor and report me. Other than that, I am free to be here.
Okay.
Thank you. Look, there was a news credited to the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Mr. Mustafa Bandi.
Yes.
Report there is on the 13th of May 2026. His what I say, Mussa Dankwah's polling is causing division and destruction within our party and our government. So I can understand why the NDC is uneasy about data, about science, about knowledge. I can understand that. And as Mussa just explained, yes, when you are doing some of this polling, that's the question, the biggest question was if elections were held today.
Yes.
Elections are not held today. Elections were held today. They want to know if they were held today.
Right.
It helps. Then what happens is, in fact, I'm also helping him to answer his questions. If you know what the old album people are thinking, then it's easier for you, and then you also know what the new albums were thinking. Then you can ask the question, have the thinking crossed?
Yeah.
It's also part of knowledge. So all this is part of knowledge. And I believe that, look, we rather have a political system where there is too much polling data, scientific knowledge, than one where the airwaves are covered by insults, persecutions, and harassment. I think we may come to that.
Right.
But let's go to the point. Look, there's something that is revealing. The information is revealing. And I think that from Mussa's work. And I think that, first of all, Asiedu Nketiah is running scared. And secondly, even the whole of the NDC seems to be running scared. They are running scared for a reason, and I've made this point clear and again. For the first time, any of the two leading political parties are having to deal with a very popular president who is doing one thing. Nobody has prepared for that. No political party has a formula to deal with that. Usually, when there's a president, you just assume you go a second term. So everybody nips their ambitions, everybody holds back and tries to pave the way. We usually tend to see these jostlings in the second term, when we know, okay, the person is going. But now, the NDC is forced to do this jostling very early. And they don't know how to do it because there's no formula how it should be done.
But you must understand, this is John Mohammed's second term.
Well, I'm sorry. Yes, he said, okay. Yes. But he's only doing 4 years.
Yes.
Yes, I understand. But I'm saying that there is no formula on how to do it. So it is everybody is doing it Buga Buga style. And the Buga Buga style is what you are seeing that is causing this confusion within the party. Because why I'm saying is that Asiedu Nketiah is running scared because the data is showing something. And there is a reason why he chose the venue for his speech. You must always understand, in politics, the optics matter. He went to Harone's northern region, and I also in his constituency. Yes, to make this thing. To what? To basically disturb the honest nest. To wake them up. Asiedu Nketiah realizes that he is not doing well with one of the big branches where Mussa was talking about. He's not doing well with non-accounts. In fact, the data is Asiedu Nketiah against him. He's not doing well with non-accounts. He's not doing well in Volta, which is the data. And so he's asking himself some question. Where do I get relief from these numbers? Where does he get relief?
He's looking at the north.
At the north. It's Haruna who can help him there. So what he's trying to say is that how do I eat into Haruna's numbers up north? And he's chosen that is attack. My point is that what you may think is just an ordinary speech is a calculated political strategic speech. Go to Haruna's hometown and attack Haruna for what it is and let Haruna know that you were the one in charge, that you were the boss. And for me, it is having serious reverberations. Reverberations because,
but look, did he go to attack him? He only went to explain.
Haruna didn't take it as an explanation, and that's what you want to understand. Muntaka did not take it as an explanation. They took it as a personal attack. You saw that Asawasi NDC issue a statement. In the statement, they didn't say it was an explanation. No, I'm not forgetting because they were victims and victors in that.
No, what do you see it as an attack? I'm not talking about what Haruna and Muntaka are saying about
what I see. What I see, it doesn't matter a lot, but it does. It's an attack.
How?
He's telling him I'm the boss.
No.
He's telling him that in the power, I have more power. He says, I engineered your removal.
The man is on a thank you tour.
Yes. And the man is now saying, no, let me make it okay. The man is now saying that I am your boss. I was your boss. I removed you from a position that you love so much. I moved you. And because I moved, we won. So now he can say that if I move him again, we can win. His whole premise is that by removing you from where you were, we won. I am the Nketiah of this Arsenal team. And yesterday won the Champions League. Yes. So I decide where you play, Haruna. I am the boss. You are my small boy. When I moved you from Parliament, we won. Today, if I decide to move you again, we will win. He is trying to cement that in the mind of the NDC voters. To know that he's the chief strategist, he's the chief coach, he alone knows where to play, able to win. That is his argument. Asiedu Nketiah's argument has always been that he's the master strategist and the man who holds the NDC together. And that he knows what is what. He knows where to move somebody, where to play somebody. That is the card he's playing. And he's playing it right at Haruna's backyard. So the question then is, Haruna, what's your move? What is your move? Because Asiedu has made his move clear. He's coming after any and everybody he thinks is on his way to becoming the leader of the NDC. He's doing that, and he's doing that surgically. Because no other minister has the power and the effrontery to say that he's going around the country on the time to talk. You can't do that. The president will not allow you. You can't do that. No minister can decide that I'm going around the whole country today to do that. It will not be allowed. Why is he the only one being allowed? So increasingly, we are seeing that Asiedu Nketiah is an untouchable in the NDC. He is the
national chairman of the party.
Yeah, I've not questioned that.
Yes. He's not well, strictly speaking, an appointee necessarily.
He is the chairman of the JPA. He's the board chairman.
But
so listen,
is that an appointment?
You see, these questions came up. It's an appointment. The president appointed him.
Yeah, no. But
so why can't the president rein him in? I'm making a point. If people in the NDC thinks that
how is the president going to rein him in?
Tell him to stop the thank you talk.
You mean the president should tell the national chairman to stop going around?
No, to stop campaigning. Yes, in fact, to stop going around. Yes.
How?
What do you mean by how? He can tell him to do
Freedom
that.
of movement.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
I like where you're going with this. So the question
I'm the
is,
national chairman of the party. I want to go around and touch base with our people. He said, don't go. How? Okay.
The problem is that when you see this happen, it tells you something. Asiedu Nketiah thinks that if he doesn't start early, things will not happen for him. And that's a word. Two, there's something I've observed. Apart from the president, all those that are closely associated with Jubilee House are doing poorly and pathetically in the polls. Every man or woman that is in the Jubilee House, apart from the president, is doing very poor. Julius Debra's polls are in the gutters. Professor Jemama Koko Nana's polls are in the gutters. Why? Why is it that the NDC delegates don't like those in the Jubilee House? I'll tell you the reason. It's because of the message they're hearing from the people going around Asiedu Nketiah. Asiedu Nketiah is telling them that, don't worry, I know you don't have a job, but don't worry, your time will come. I can understand your frustrations. He's empathizing with them. Who are those who are supposed to make them have job in the government? Who are those in the government? The chief of staff, the vice president, their polls are tanking. As he goes about reassuring disgruntled and frustrated NDC foot soldiers, he's trying to raise his marketability and he's trying to play down the impact of Jubilee House. That is why you've seen, he cannot say, I can say, because the figures are there, the numbers are there. He is beating Julius, who's the chief of staff, he's beating the vice president.
But in all of this, you must also understand.
No, I understand. And I want to know, you need to get this point I'm making. So those going rounds, they're having effects on the NDC themselves. So if he succeeds in quenching the fire at Jubilee House, if he succeeds in telling you that the message he's not saying, which is very loud, is that you don't have a job because of Jubilee House.
But you see, you
don't have employment because of Jubilee House. You are not doing well because of that, he is trying to marshal the people against Jubilee House and it's working in the polls.
But this academic correlation that you're seeking to draw, with all due respect, is one that I'll struggle to agree with.
Yes,
you know why?
No.
You are saying that there's a correlation between Asiedu Nketiah's pronouncement on his thank you tour and the impact on persons who are suspected or perceived to be harboring any intentions of succeeding President John Dramani Mahama. You're saying that Asiedu Nketiah is going around saying all kinds of things. And so it's affecting the likes of Julius Debra and Professor Jane Nano Opoku-Agyeman. The problem I have with that is that, first of all, we don't even know whether these two people intend to contest. That's number one. Two, let's even assume that they intend to contest. It's Asiedu Nketiah who is going around. Julius Debra hasn't started going around. Professor Jane hasn't started going around. So a true test of whether indeed Asiedu Nketiah's pronouncements are having any adverse impact or adverse effect on these persons you have mentioned will be when all of them go out there to campaign.
No, I'm speaking to data. I'm not speaking
I agree with you.
So let me talk to the data. What you are saying is speculative. We cannot talk about that. The data is here.
But the data has not told you that Asiedu Nketiah's pronouncement is having a negative impact on the persons you mentioned.
The data has. So I'll tell you why the data has.
How? Show me where the data.
Good. In Mussa Dankwah's pool, week 1, who leads NDC in 2028? Week 1.
Yes.
Asiedu Nketiah is sitting on a comfortable 28%. The vice president is 6%.
Yes.
Julius Debra is 5%.
Yes.
I just want to leave it that. Go back to, then you go to week 2. Asiedu Nketiah is still sitting on 29. The vice president is 8. Julius Debra is 8. His numbers are getting better as historic. But you are not seeing a leap, a quantum leap, or any leap in these two numbers.
Yes.
So my argument that those numbers then tell you that he is out there campaigning and is helping him with his polls.
Okay.
These people are not out there campaigning because probably they are back home working and it's affecting negatively their polls.
Yes.
Now I'm also saying, so that's the first step, that the numbers actually then say the fact that the more he's out there, he's doing well. The polls I've seen, he's today one of the front runners or the front runner.
You see,
the two polls, no, I'm saying that is what the numbers say.
I know,
then there's no question. I say, what?
Saying, but your
I am allowed to interpret the numbers. I'm allowed.
I'm not interrogating your interpretation of the numbers.
Okay.
And I'm saying that.
Yes.
Are you saying that Asiedu Nketiah's performance in the polls is attributed to the fact that he's going around?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yes, he is, because he's
now,
going.
Wait till Mussa Dankwah tells you why the people would prefer X or Y. What factors are looking at?
I'm saying
whether there's
don't,
anything like
I don't
the
have
person
to,
who toss the whole Ghana is the one they're looking at.
I don't have to wait, Mussa. The data is here.
Yeah, but I'm saying that there's more to the data than what you're telling us.
Then we don't. There is no publishing. I'm not. I can't know that. I cannot know what is what. No, what I know. No.
Okay.
The data is here. It's objective for us to see.
Yes.
The data I'm seeing that Asiedu Nketiah is out there campaigning. And because he's campaigning, the data also correlates that he's leading.
Okay.
The data shows me that he's there. We've seen him out there campaigning, and we've seen him leading the polls.
All right.
So if you tell me that it's not because he's campaigning that he's leading, so we don't have any other reason to show that why he's leading.
He's the national chairman of the party. Let's even assume he's not even going on a thank you tour.
Yes,
you think he can't get these numbers?
We don't know. We don't have that data. Unless you can show me the data before he started.
There's no data that gives a direct correlation between his thank you tour and the numbers he's polling. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No, there is
no direct correlation.
There is data. Somebody is out there publicly visible, being seen, talking to delegates.
It is fair.
And then you go and ask the delegates.
No, it is fair. It is fair to make that extrapolation. But I'm saying that scientifically, there's nothing that shows. Anyway.
No, what do you mean by scientifically? Is this poll not a scientific poll?
I understand you. No, I'm saying it is there, but I'm saying that
I am saying that person is leading because
it's a correlation you are drawing.
Yes.
Okay.
I never said it was a
causality. The scientist is here. Oh, because our time, I'm told our time is almost up. I beg you. No, Allah, I beg you. I'm told our time is almost up. We have just 3 minutes to go. Yes.
1 point of correction.
Yes.
Exactly. I think it is not from the data that we say that somebody is increasing and others are not increasing. If you look at the first poll, I think Nketiah went up from 28 to 29, 1%. Deborah went from 5 to 8, that's 3%. Dinana went from 6 to 8%. So they've all increased higher than the person who was doing.
But he's still leading them by more than 10 points. By 20 points.
The conclusion you are trying to
No, it's not trying. I've made that conclusion. He is still leading both of them by about 20 marks. That is still true. Whether they gain, yes, one gained 3, the other one gained 2, he gained 1. But he's gaining 1, he's still leading both of them by what? 20 clear marks. That makes him a far front leader. That is the data.
All right. Please go ahead. Because we have just 3 minutes to wrap up.
You were going to ask me something.
Yes, I said, how many people did you talk to and what were they looking out for?
We spoke to the first poll, the top of mind poll, we spoke to 5,778 delegates.
Okay.
And the second one, we tracked 4,620.
Okay.
We can't get the same people you spoke to. Some will not answer the phone.
Right.
So you will lose some of them. So we got about 80% or more of them to us. Now, what they said to us, they will use to elect any person to replace John Muhammad is performance. 74% of the factors they give was about performance of that person. In whatever capacity you are deemed to have performed, that will help you in as far as they are concerned.
Okay.
People who have performed. And then they want somebody who's a visionary. They're looking at somebody who can have a vision, and a vision that they can subscribe to, and a vision they believe can lead this country to somewhere better.
Okay.
Then they said, good servant of the government.
Right.
So you cannot be outside the government and emerge. That's the third factor, number 3, for the delegates, about 35%. Then you have other factors coming to 23%, but those are personal factors that are not, we didn't aggregate. But then you also have personality, 20%. That's personality. So whoever they feel has the personality would get their backing. And finally, the top 5 or 6, it is who accept a party. Somebody who accepts the party very well. So you could see that they are saying performance, vision, good servant of the government, personality, and serve the party. The youth is about 8%, which will advantage somebody, those who are younger people.
Wonderful.
But the delegates themselves are not very young, so you can understand what's happening.
Interesting. So Gojo Chumbafu is back. He says, but more, if you say that there may be a 20% turnover in delegates ratio, then it is significant, especially if there are multiple candidates. You're trying to pull an outcome of a primary, but you freely admit that up to 20% of those you are polling may not vote due to ineligibility. So how can your poll have any stochastic relevance to the upcoming event? Your polling appears to be deterministic. You're trying to promote an outcome. But I meant to write stochastic. This is a word, stochastic. Yes.
All this big English doesn't end anywhere.
Right.
We have polled 2,000 Ghanaians to the election 2024.
Right.
Out of 18.5.
Okay, so let me look at this. So William says that, good morning, boss. If you missed, okay. William, I'll look at this at some point. But let me just read this one. So this one here from Master Planner Junior says, good morning to you and your panel members. It is clear that the NPP is a well-organized political party than the NDC. What the MP has gone through, if I were the NDC, like by now the party has collapsed. Have they been to any serious